Have you ever witnessed a moment so unexpected that it instantly sent an entire fandom into detective mode? Well, that's exactly what happened when BTS's Jungkook was spotted at Las Vegas airport, quietly preparing to leave the city and return to South Korea. The scene itself seemed simple at first. Jungkook appeared calm, dressed comfortably, and greeted fans with his signature warm smile. He even politely bowed to ARMY who had gathered to see him before departure, but within minutes one question began spreading across social media like wildfire: where is Taehyung? And perhaps even more importantly, why is Jungkook leaving Las Vegas alone? The moment photos and videos of Jungkook at the airport surfaced online, fans immediately noticed something unusual. There was no sign of Taehyung, no sign of the other BTS members, no group departure, no playful interactions that fans have become accustomed to seeing whenever BTS members travel together. Just Jungkook standing alone, bowing respectfully to fans and heading toward his flight. Almost instantly, hashtags related to Jungkook and T began trending across various platforms as ARMY tried to understand what was happening behind the scenes. Was this a scheduled solo return? Did Taehyung stay behind in Las Vegas? Were the members traveling separately? That's why Jungkook's solo departure instantly caught everyone's attention. Videos circulating online show Jungkook walking through the airport with security personnel nearby. Despite the growing curiosity surrounding his departure, Jungkook maintained his usual professionalism. He smiled, he bowed respectfully, and then he continued toward the departure area. For casual observers, it might have seemed like a perfectly normal airport sighting. For ARMY, however, every detail became part of a much bigger puzzle. Within hours, fan communities began analyzing every available image and video. Some fans wondered whether Taehyung had already left earlier through a different terminal. Others speculated that Taehyung might still be in Las Vegas due to a separate schedule. A few fans even suggested that the members could simply be taking different flights for logistical reasons. Yet despite the many theories, one fact remained unchanged. Nobody could see Taehyung beside Jungkook, and that absence was enough to spark endless conversations. The curiosity became even stronger because Jungkook and Taehyung have consistently been among the most talked about BTS members whenever they appear together in public, whether they're sharing a laugh backstage, supporting each other during performances, or simply being spotted in the same location. Fans often pay close attention to their interactions. That's why seeing Jungkook alone created an immediate emotional response. Many fans weren't worried about conflict or drama, were simply surprised. The image felt different, unexpected, almost cinematic. One fan commented that seeing Jungkook bowing alone at the airport felt like the ending scene of a movie, leaving audiences waiting for the next chapter. Another fan joked that ARMY had transformed into a global investigation team within 5 minutes, and honestly, that description wasn't entirely wrong. Social media became flooded with screenshots, airport footage, travel theories, and fan discussions, attempting to piece together the timeline. As speculation continued, entertainment observers pointed out something important: celebrity travel schedules are often far more complicated than fans realize. Different flights, private commitments, filming schedules, brand obligations, and personal arrangements can all affect when and how artists travel. In many cases, members of the same group do not necessarily depart together. However, logic alone wasn't enough to calm the Curiosity because this wasn't just about travel. Logistics, this was about Jungkook, this was about two, and this was about a moment nobody expected. As the day progressed, more clips of Jungkook at the airport began appearing online. In every video, Jungkook remained polite and composed. His respectful bows toward fans quickly became one of the most discussed aspects of the footage. Many ARMY praised Jungkook for maintaining his humble attitude despite his immense global popularity. Others noted how appreciative he appeared toward the fans who came to support him. Yet even while fans admired Jungkook's behavior, the mystery surrounding Taehyung continued growing. The lack of immediate information created a vacuum that social media eagerly filled with theories. Some realistic, some emotional, and some hilariously dramatic. One viral post jokingly claimed that ARMY could identify the location of a BTS member's coffee cup, but somehow couldn't determine where Taehyung was. The humor helped ease tension, but the curiosity remained. Where exactly was Taehyung, and why had Jungkook departed alone? As night fell and discussions intensified, another interesting detail emerged. Many fans began focusing less on finding an answer and more on appreciating how much attention Jungkook and Taehyung naturally attract. The reaction itself became part of the story. A simple airport departure had evolved into an international conversation involving millions of fans. That level of interest speaks volumes about the connection BTS members have built with audiences around the world. Every appearance matters, every interaction matters, and sometimes even an absence becomes headline news. But just when fans thought the mystery couldn't become any bigger, new discussions started appearing online. Some observers noticed potential clues related to separate schedules. Others pointed toward previous occasions when BTS members traveled independently before later reuniting, and suddenly a new possibility began emerging. Maybe nothing was wrong at all. Maybe Jungkook's solo departure was simply one piece of a much larger schedule that fans hadn't seen yet. Still, until more information became available, the questions continued. Jungkook was already on his way back to South Korea. Taehyung remained unseen, and ARMY around the world found themselves refreshing social media feeds, waiting for the next update that could finally explain everything. Was Taehyung still in Las Vegas? Had he departed separately, or was there another surprise waiting just around the corner? For now, only one thing is certain: a single airport appearance by Jungkook managed to capture the attention of millions, proving once again that when it comes to BTS, even the smallest moments can become global events. And perhaps the biggest question remains unanswered: if Jungkook left Las Vegas alone, where exactly is he? The question continued, echoing across social media platforms long after Jungkook's flight information began circulating among fans. Where was Taehyung? As hours passed, ARMY communities around the world became increasingly active. Fan accounts translated airport updates into multiple languages. Video clips were reposted thousands of times. Every new photo seemed to generate another wave of theories. What made the situation even more intriguing was how ordinary the airport departure actually looked. There was no visible sign of concern from Jungkook, no dramatic expression, no unexpected behavior. In fact, Jungkook appeared completely relaxed throughout the entire airport appearance. Yet, somehow that calmness only fueled more curiosity. Fans began wondering if Jungkook already knew something everyone else didn't. Others suggested that perhaps there was never any mystery at all, and that ARMY had simply become invested in solving a puzzle that didn't exist. But if there was one thing BTS fans are known for, it's paying attention to details, and details were exactly what everyone started searching for. Some fans revisited recent Las Vegas footage featuring Jungkook and Taehyung. Others analyzed photos from previous schedules, hopping to identify clues about future plans. Every discussion seemed to lead back to the same conclusion. Nobody had a confirmed answer. The uncertainty transformed the story into one of the most talked about BTS topics of the day. Meanwhile, Korean entertainment communities also began discussing Jungkook's return. Articles highlighted his polite interaction with fans and his respectful bows before entering the airport. Many comments praised Jungkook's professionalism. Despite being one of the biggest stars in the world, Jungkook continues to be recognized for maintaining a humble and approachable image. Whenever he encounters fans, that reputation has followed him throughout his career, whether performing in front of tens of thousands of people or simply walking through an airport terminal. Jungkook often receives praise for his consistent kindness. This latest appearance was no exception. Yet every positive discussion about Jungkook eventually circled back to the same missing piece. Taehyung. The curiosity surrounding Taehyung became almost as large as the attention surrounding Jungkook's departure itself. Some fans jokingly referred to Taehyung as the world's most difficult person to locate. Others created humorous memes, imagining ARMY operating like professional investigators trying to solve an international mystery. The jokes quickly spread across social media, bringing laughter to what had become an intense discussion. But beneath the humor was genuine excitement. Fans weren't necessarily expecting shocking news. They simply wanted answer, and sometimes anticipation can be just as powerful as the answer itself. What makes moments like these so fascinating is how they reveal the unique relationship between BTS and ARMY. For many artists, an airport departure would be a routine event. For BTS, every public appearance becomes a story. Every movement becomes a conversation. Every unexplained detail becomes a topic of worldwide interest. That level of engagement is incredibly rare. It reflects years of trust, memories, and emotional connections built between the members and their fans. As evening turned into night, speculation reached another level when fans began discussing possible future schedules. Could Taehyung be preparing for a separate appearance? Was he meeting with friends? Had he already returned through another route, or was he still enjoying time in Las Vegas while Jungkook headed back to South Korea? Each possibility seemed believable, and because none could be confirmed immediately, the mystery only grew larger. Interestingly, some longtime BTS followers pointed out that similar situations have happened before. Over the years, BTS members have occasionally traveled separately, depending on schedules and personal commitments. From a practical perspective, there may have been nothing unusual about Jungkook leaving alone, but fandoms are driven by emotions as much as facts, and emotionally, the image of Jungkook standing alone at the airport created a powerful impression. It felt like a scene suspended between chapters, a moment that seemed to signal that something new might be coming next. As fans continued discussing the situation, another theme started emerging. Many ARMY expressed admiration for how much support Jungkook received at the airport. Despite the uncertainty surrounding Taehyung's whereabouts, fans never stopped cheering for Jungkook. Messages of encouragement flooded social media. People wished him a safe flight. They thanked him for greeting fans. They praised his respectful attitude, and they eagerly waited for any future update involving either Jungkook or Taehyung. By this point, the story had evolved far beyond a simple airport sighting. It had become a reminder of how deeply invested fans are in the journeys of BTS members. A single bow from Jungkook, a single unanswered question about Taehyung, and suddenly millions of people around the world were paying attention. Perhaps that's the true magic of BTS. Even the quietest moments can create the loudest conversations, and as Jungkook's plane carried him back towards South Korea, one mystery continued captivating fans everywhere. Would Taehyung soon appear and reveal where he had been all along, or would the unanswered question continue ARMY guessing for a little while longer? One thing was certain: the moment Taehyung finally resurfaced, the internet would be watching.